The disconnection between affected communities and this state's massive urban toll road project, WestConnex, is now apparent. WestConnex is the missing middle of Greater Sydney's orbital or ring road freeway system. Construction is scheduled to start next year. While there's site-specific complaint, compulsory acquisition of homes, the still imprecise siting of tunnels and their vehicle exhaust stacks, the potential loss of parkland and reserves, there's one big question emerging. Will WestConnex actually solve Greater Sydney's gridlock congestion? WestConnex is the missing link. It's said to be transformative, a game changer. Aggravated congestion is now the bane or curse of commuter amenity and productivity for commerce and industry in Greater Sydney. To mark the geotechnical drilling to prepare for competitive tendering for design and construction of the first stages of WestConnex, please note for the public record this claim by Roads Minister Duncan Gay.
This is a model of how a road should be developed. Just behind us is the crappiest piece of infrastructure that this state has seen, the Labor M5 East Tunnel.
Today at a test drill site at Strathfield, Dennis Cleash, CEO of the state government's WestConnex Delivery Authority, also made this claim.
It will save motorists 100,000 hours a day in their cars, $1 million a day in repairs and maintenance on their cars.
But those communities impacted by WestConnex's tunnels and off-ramps, port and airport connections, stacks and flyovers are deeply sceptical, particularly with the massive higher density urban renewal projected for Parramatta Road. Haberfield resident John Grono is a research statistician.
They're talking about 50,000 more units. That'll bring a car per unit, 50,000 more cars. 70% of those people will use their car every day to get to work. Every car they take off will be more than replaced by the urban renewal, and they're not planning one piece of public transport along Parramatta Road.
Ashfield resident John Hyde is a retired architect, relieved that at least Ashfield Park seems to have been saved.
Yes, we've saved the portal here and we've got a categorical assurance from the Minister, but my interest is much broader than this. I don't think this tollway that's held up by the government as the holy grail for traffic congestion in Sydney is going to solve it. It's going to create more traffic through inducing traffic on the road.
Amanda Bull is a senior lecturer in marketing whose Concord house will be affected. She complains of the inherent inequity for those whose properties are to be compulsorily acquired or whose market value will be undermined because of proximity to WestConnex.
Currently our residents are stuck. We can't sell, even me who is 200 metres from it, I can't sell my home. So what does that mean for our property prices? It means that they're automatically devalued if you try and sell. People know about WestConnex, they know about the potential building of it in our areas, and it compromises our ability, one, to sell, two, if we do have to go, where do we go? We can't buy back into the suburb.
Dennis Cleash says he acknowledges the uncertainty and the distress WestConnex will cause property owners, but the precise route design is part of the competitive tendering process.
We know that there's a great disruption and we're extremely sympathetic to people. The trick is for us not to tell people in advance what we don't know. We need to get the answers, we need to get the innovation we're asking the private sector to bring to this project, and then we will tell people. To speculate early causes a whole bunch of unnecessary heartache.
Paula Bella, Executive Director of the Tertiary Education Management Association, lives at Concord. He's been notified that his family's home of 28 years may be compulsorily acquired. He still doesn't know for sure. And he and about 70 other property owners face emotionally draining disputation over fair compensation.
We really want to stay in Concord. We love it, it's a great area, and we deserve to stay. It's not our fault that WestConnex is being built. So if you need to have a little bit more to ensure that you stay in the area, then that's what needs to happen.
That's equitable compensation.
Yes, that's right.
I wouldn't say that we are fighting with them. As you know, when we started this project, we talked to people. Those people that we initially consulted and said that they were on the path, those residents, those residential properties, anybody who wants to continue the discussion, they're welcome to. Anybody who's concerned about whether or not their property would be subject, they can call our toll-free helpline. They can talk to us at any point.
Down at the southeastern end of WestConnex at Bexley North, where it's to join M5 East, the Wolli Creek Preservation Society is desperately worried about the survival of unique bushland and walking trails. Volunteers have preserved and weeded this land since the 1930s. It's now under threat from the WestConnex juggernaut. Peter Stevens is a retired Premier's Department senior official. He too questions the government's claims that WestConnex will solve congestion, but he has site-specific concerns for the much-loved Wolli Creek Valley and its flora and fauna.
What we want to see happen ideally is no WestConnex, because we think it's going to damage the state budget and prevent the building of the public transport, which is the real solution to our congestion problems. But for us immediately, what's at stake is losing 2 hectares of bushland that's in prime condition now and will never be able to be replaced.
The future of Wolli Creek Valley bushland is also up in the air through the competitive tender process. WestConnex is only partially funded, $1.5 billion in state government grant, $1.8 billion in a federal grant, and a $2 billion Joe Hockey concessional loan. Future funding is a TBA. With this guesstimated $14.9 billion urban toll road, taxpayers are being asked to take all the risk up front. Only when cash flows from distance-based tolling, capped at a maximum of $7.35, are proven over time, will each stage of WestConnex be offered for privatisation. Maybe that's why this state's biggest infrastructure road project will take so long. This project's not going to be completed until 2023.
These are long, long projects.
But by far the biggest question from all this, will WestConnex solve once and for all the gridlock congestion problem plaguing life and business in Greater Sydney?
I don't think you can ever solve congestion once and for all. It is a byproduct of a strong economy of economic growth. What we will see is a greater, much improved Sydney that is going to grow and prosper, and New South Wales as a result because of this project.